Image Radio is on the air.
Golden Image.
Oh, I finally got to craft this game.
Rock on.
Oh! Wow.
No, 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 no.
Hello, Golden Image Podcast listeners. It is I, Golden J, coming to you with three-time podcasting favorite Chico Noise and two-time podcasting Jedi. It is the Skywalker. What's up, boys?
What's up?
How are things?
Things are good.
All things are good?
You say hot, Skyler. It is hot. It's hot outside.
It's hot in this little room. Oh. Oh.
He's dying. He's dying.
Hello, listeners.
Why did you buy an alien mask?
You know, I like to mess with the host of the United States of Paranormal by the name of J-Dub. She absolutely hates aliens. So I bought this just to mess with her.
That's absolutely terrible.
Not that bad.
It's kind of a cool mask, actually, though.
It really is.
I got that for I don't know, $5.99 at the old Meijer.
All Halloween stuff.
I sent her a picture of it, and all I got in response was "fuck you." Oh man.
Yeah.
And when I bought it, I was like, "Shit, should I really do this? Should I really buy this?" She fucking hate me for this shit. If you listen to last week's United States Paranormal, she did an episode on alien abduction, and I edited a lot of things out of there, a lot of just dead space, because she was having a hell of a time getting through it, because she has this really big phobia of aliens. I mean, it's heavy. So
The call guy should get her on to do top 3 alien movies.
Top 3 alien movies. Alien 1, Alien
2.
and E.T.
I was thinking Signs.
Oh, there you go.
I didn't like Signs. I
It's
mean,
that one scene, man, where
where they see him through like where the aliens walking down the street, and you can see him between the houses. Is that the one you're talking about?
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch it forever.
I'm not a big
M.
M.
Night Shyamalan?
M. Night Shyamalan fan. The only one of his, I guess there's two. I mean, he's done several movies, but
The Village.
I like The Village and I like Sixth Sense. I thought Sixth Sense was a good movie. I mean, I'm one of the few that probably didn't get it until the very end. I was like, no shit. Oh. Everybody else is like, oh, I knew it from the beginning. I'm like, okay, I didn't. So
It'd catch on. I don't know if I got it the first time I ever watched it, but I was probably pretty young.
probably it's an older movie. But yeah, The Village, man, I love The Village. What a great twist on the end of that one too. So, but that's what Shyamalan does. He's got that. He likes that twist ending shit, you know, trying to get you from an angle. But then again, then you get what was it called? The Happening? Was that one? That was one of his too, wasn't it? The one with Mark Wahlberg.
I don't know if he
Have to look.
directed The Happening. I actually really enjoyed that movie, though.
Did you really? Not many people did.
Yeah, it's Shyamalan.
It was?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Cool. It's probably done. Now he done. Didn't he do?
Don't say it. Don't say it. Yes, he did, and it's absolutely terrible.
I thought that was Colton's favorite all-time movie.
It shouldn't be anybody's favorite old-time movie.
Well, you got to say it now for our listeners to know what we're talking about.
The Last Airbender.
You know, I never watched it. You guys said how terrible it was, so I never. I think I had the DVD around here somewhere. I bought it in like one of those $3 bins. You know, it was just a single disc, and I've never watched it. I've always meant to, but it's never made it that far.
You dodged a bullet, man.
I dodged
Yep.
a bullet. All right.
Well, I'm hoping Netflix kills it with their live action they're gonna do.
Hey, 2025, they're releasing the after story to theaters. It's supposed to get into the story of the older gang
Nice. Everything from
before.
end of Airbender before Korra.
I'm not exactly sure where they're gonna pick it up, but I know Aang is older and the core group is still alive. So Sokka dies pretty young
Yeah.
after the last Airbender, but
Really?
yeah.
Yeah, Katara is the only one that's actually in Legend of Korra.
No, Toph was in there.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true.
I watched Korra.
So good.
I did, but I don't remember. I don't remember any of the original besides Aang being. But Aang was in it, right?
No, Aang has to
His ghost.
die for the Avatar
Okay,
lineage to move on.
gotcha. See, shows you how much I stayed up on it. I know I watched it with you guys. I watched, the original Last Airbender cartoon. Enjoyed all of those, but I can't remember how they all played out. That's for sure. What's his
Good
name
stuff.
was in the actual movie though? The guy from Twilight.
Yep.
Didn't he play Sokka? The look
Yeah.
on Skyler's face right now.
The other guy's always got that look on his face.
Oh.
Yep. Yeah, and I can't think of what his name Jasper in the movie in Twilight, but I can't think of what his real name is.
I know it, and I can't think of it either. Ah, fuel in the DeLorean. That's something
Yep.
that thing
Feel
is that thing has got some cobwebs on it. What's up with that?
Yeah, but it's ready to go whenever we need it to go.
I'm always ready for some time travel.
Yeah. Jackson Rathbone.
There you go, Rathbone. That was yeah,
Good stuff.
the most underrated actor in the Twilight series. Come on, he was the best one. He didn't even actually have words until what, the third movie?
Probably. Speaking of, I did see they announced that they're going to put a Robin in Batman 2. So they're actually going to have a live action Robin. First one since Clooney.
Chris O'Donnell. Chris O'Donnell played Robin in those movies.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, Alicia Silverstone as Batgirl, sold. Nah, I loved that back in the day.
Say first live action Robin since Clooney.
Yeah.
For the films, because
For the films.
yeah,
Because Titans had a live
Titans,
action
yeah.
Dick Grayson. But
I thought they had Jason Todd too.
they did, which means they should also had Tim Drake.
I
never
learned all
watched it fully
this.
through.
I learned all this from listening to the guys with issues.
They do a good job on their backing and their research for when they and Chris is also a big Batman guy, but
Yeah, it's I love listening to them. Every once in a while, I get a little confused on where they're at in their storyboard, and because they kind of bounce around just a little bit, and I get confused, and then I have to go back and listen again to kind of catch my brain up. But yeah, the guys with issues releases every Wednesday. Not part of the Golden Mojo Entertainment family, but yeah, they're close relatives.
cousins.
Chris has been on enough call guys now that yeah, he ought to be part of the family.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Well, Anything else exciting going on? It's Labor Day weekend. I think I left Jellystone just in time as they had a transformer fire.
Oh, no
jeez.
joke.
Yeah. Uh,
All power gone, or
just in the just in the 8, I guess, but
Oh, okay.
yeah. We left a little early, had a bunch of things to do. We're leaving for Kansas City this week, going out for the Thursday night game against the Detroit Lions. Gonna watch them raise that banner, that Super Bowl banner.
We'll be
I mean,
looking for you on TV.
I'll be the one wearing red.
Probably the only one.
The only one. I'm excited, man. After the 2019 Super Bowl win, COVID hit, and the following season there wasn't anybody in the stadium when they raised the banner. So this will be the first time that the place will be full when they do it in 50 years.
Yep.
So I'm super excited to be there and be a part of it, and looking forward to it. Good road trip. It's going to be warm.
Yeah, it is.
I won't worry about,
Usually it's gonna be cold.
I won't worry about freezing my ass off up there.
We'll do that in December.
Yeah, you know it to be true. Yeah. Not playing Seattle this year. How are your Seahawks looking?
I don't know. A lot of us are putting our ceiling at 10-7, just barely making the playoffs. I don't have very high hopes. We picked up a new wide receiver, Bobo. The dude looks amazing. Man, our big pickup, what is his name? I can't remember.
Defensive guy or
No, he's another receiver, but he got injured in the last preseason game.
oh.
So he has to have surgery on his wrist. Yeah. I don't know. I'm just not excited going into this football season.
Well, I mean, Seattle's always had a really good receiving core. They kind of dwindle them out from time to time. They kind of dole them out to get extra picks and stuff. But I mean, it's not like they don't have some good wide receivers.
We spent a good chunk of the offseason really trying to rebuild the defense, which has been lacking. We picked Bobby Wagner back up, and so I mean, defense wins games, but I just don't know that we're there yet.
Defense? What are you gonna do about your defense? I'm gonna make the offense score more points.
Just keep them on the field. That's what the defense should do.
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah. Speaking of football, did anybody catch the Notre Dame game this last weekend?
Yeah, I did. Laid out on your deck at the campground and watched it.
We took the TV outside. Crazy. Yeah, we took the TV outside, threw it up on the bar, and watched the Notre Dame game, just lounging. Me and Gunner all kicked back, feet up. 56-3. Yeah. The combined first 2 games, they have beat their opponents 96-6. Or was it? No, it was 98-6. Sorry.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Pretty nice.
Hey, Notre Dame might have a really good team this year.
Now, the problem with college football, though, is the way they division everything out, right?
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, you're not putting Notre Dame up against the SEC, which is arguably the best division in college football.
That got Ohio State and Michigan in it.
I'm not sure. It's Alabama and Clemson and
Georgia.
Those big players. Right.
Right on. No, and that's always the funny thing is that you look at Ball State in the MAC, and they occasionally will play. Well, every season they play one big team, whether it be Notre Dame or whether it be, I think did they play Ohio State a few years ago? I can't remember.
Probably.
But I mean, just when they play, they adjust that so these colleges will get that revenue. from playing the bigger teams instead of just what they're getting out of their own stadiums. But I don't know. We couldn't get to the Ball State Notre Dame game. That was the one that I wanted to go to. I've never been to a game at Notre Dame Stadium. It's definitely on my bucket list. So I'm hoping to kind of check that one off the list here one of these days. But because I hear it's amazing. I hear the atmosphere is wonderful, and yeah, be pretty cool. What was I going to say? I lost my train of thought now. Maybe that was just the Notre Dame stuff. I don't know. Anyway, being Labor Day weekend, we are going to talk about one of the biggest events to happen on Labor Day weekend, and that is the Marshall County Blueberry Festival. This year was the 57th annual. Can you imagine this thing going on for 57 years?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Pretty impressive. Me and Chico snuck in there on Thursday night before they were charging for parking and before the crowds got freaking insane. Not all of the vendors were open, but majority of them. I got my bucket of blueberry donuts. Your mother ate most of them. I was sad.
I snuck a couple of them.
Oh, Skyler, you did not make Blueberry Festival this year, did you?
No, I since the pandemic, my tolerance for crowds has been at an all-time low. So I just try not to go. I think after we're done recording this, we're gonna take off and go and try to sit at the quarry and watch the fireworks with the kids. But
oh, right on. That'll be fun.
Nice.
Yeah, we'll see.
Well, why don't you guys tell them a little bit about the fireworks that go on?
Probably one of the best fireworks shows around if you can get down to the field to watch them. And they're not bad from a distance either, but the experience of how close they let you sit to where they light those things off is pretty amazing.
Oh, it's insane. I mean, what? Because you get into the park and there's this giant field right off to the right-hand side if you're coming in from the school. And they have it just opened up and they launch fireworks from the top of the hill. What? You're probably 150 yards away from where they're launching it if you're at the front of the gate.
Yeah.
You're getting hit by shrapnel, you're getting
Yeah.
I think that's the best part of it is if you can get if the wind's
right
blowing
wind.
just right and you start getting pelted in the head with little pieces of debris and you look down, your blanket's on fire. Fuck yeah, that is a good time. I don't care who you are.
It might catch fire just from the heat of those explosions they set off.
And my goodness. So one of our favorite ones is the big boomers that look like fireballs in the sky when they go off. I mean, and they're just a big loud boom, and then you can see it. I mean, it looks like something out of Independence Day, when it explodes and the fire just erupts out of those things. When you being that close, you feel the impact of them in your chest. Oh yeah, and also being that close when they get those ones that come down. I mean, you look like you're in a Star Wars movie, like you're in the Falcon, going to light speed, yeah, and it's coming right at you. But I think the best part of being at Ground Zero, we always called it Ground Zero, is the fact that they do some at the very end just for those people down there that are all ground level, and I'm talking about those big 12-foot wall of flames that they shoot off in some of those. So obviously you're not going to see that sitting in the parking lot at the school or at the quarry or anything, but seriously, those things, I mean, we were always 20, 22 rows back, give or take.
Yeah.
And I mean, you can feel the heat off of those things way back there. I mean, it was intense. It's insane crazy. But they do a good job, man. Whoever they pay to do that, it does an amazing job of setting up those displays. And yeah, it's always a lot of fun. What else we got going on at the Marshall County Blueberry Festival? What else you
Well,
want
they
to talk
do.
about?
No, they do the car show. And I think they do one Saturday and one on Sunday, I'm pretty sure, but there's usually one on Sunday before the fireworks out in the field. And they pull those out right before. And then right after that they do the hot air balloon show lighting.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the glow, is what they call
The
it.
glow, yeah. There you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah, that's
Which is
always
always fun.
super impressive. Oh man. Yeah, you get all those. I can never figure out how they get all those hot air balloons in one spot so close together. And then they launch them if the weather's good. You know, there's been times where they just dropped them and wheeled them back out, but they'll launch them if the weather's nice and you get to watch them take off.
I don't know about tonight. It might be a little windy yet to launch
Yeah,
the
I
balloons.
think you're probably right.
Because as we were talking about this, Skyler saying he's going to go see the fireworks. That's tonight. They're going to be doing that and recording this on a Sunday.
Mm-hmm. Yes, we are hanging out on a Sunday. Well, we always record on a Sunday night pretty much. Trying to trying to look at this. The festival guys got me all jacked up here. I can't get out of it. I can't get out of it. So not only have the fireworks, they have the car show, they have the glow, but all through the entire weekend, they've got bands set up throughout the park. Usually down by the school, the elementary school, they have a stage down there, which houses a lot of the entertainment. I don't know they even do the main stage anymore. I didn't look over there when we were walking through. Was there a main stage again?
Yeah, it was there.
Was
The
it
big
there?
stage right there down there by the park.
Yeah.
Or by the
I played that stage a couple times. And
yes, you have.
let me tell you how cool that is. It's actually one of the coolest things going to play that, to be able to play the festival. Because if you think about it, how many people get to see you in just that short amount of time? If you're only playing for about an hour, hour and a half, you know, you got thousands of people walking through there on a Saturday afternoon or a Sunday afternoon. It's pretty amazing. They do have a couple new things that came. Did you see that? They had the first bite fishing tanks.
Yeah, I saw that on the website. I didn't see that when we were there though.
I didn't either.
Which sounds kind of cool.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't go look it up to see what it was about, but it looks like you just go fishing.
Yeah. Just got a little fishing pole and it looks like they're catching bass out of the
Yeah.
pretty cool.
I'm assuming since it's located in the free kids area in the park rear locations, I'm assuming that it's kind of a free thing for the kids to go do, just something to have fun, and they can go and catch fish, get that feeling. Because
Catch fish.
if you're an urban kid, you know, you're not really getting much fishing in, so it'd be something to do. Kind of cool.
Yeah.
Also, they have Team Zoom canines that was new this year. Looks like a just a display, kind of like those motorcycle. Yeah,
A dog show.
it's a dog show.
I think so. Team Zoom. Let's see. Stunt dog shows.
Stunt dogs. That's what I said. Like the motorcycle when they used to be in a
Yeah.
ball, a giant ball.
You should watch a dog run around a giant ball.
That's not what I meant. You know it. Yeah, I bet they got. Yeah, I bet that was fun to watch. I never knew they had a beer garden up there either.
I
think that's
I
newer
think it's
also.
new. As
Yeah.
of last year, I think they started doing it.
Look at this gun on tap. They have Blue Moon,
Can't go wrong.
Coors Light, Miller Lite, New Belgium, Juicy Haze. Oh my.
That Shoreline Stellar Blue is super good too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I think I saw Zombie Dust on there also, which I'm not a fan, but
I'm not. No, it's a little. Well, I haven't had it in a while, so maybe maybe my palate has changed. I might like it now.
I like IPAs, but I'm not a fan of zombie dust.
Right on. What else goes on out there? Walk me through it, Gun. Where were we at on Thursday night? Walk me through some of the stuff we did.
See, well, parked at the school as per usual and walked down past the bridge and in straight on there, and then we always take that left and go down through the main strip down towards the covered bridge. And I'm not sure we really stopped anywhere in that main stretch, but the vendors usually start right there on the top of the hill before you go down to go under the bridge. So
We
we
did
walked through a
stop.
ton.
We did stop. Remember? Because you actually went
Oh,
back
Sarah
to
wanted a
that.
corn dog.
Okay, I was thinking about the turn, but yeah, yeah. Sarah
Yeah.
and her corn dogs.
Yeah, she wanted a corn dog.
You stopped, got a corn dog. I went down and got the blueberry donuts. Seriously, man, you cannot go wrong with those blueberry donuts. If you ever get there, it's right on the corner where it's a T. So it tees down and goes to the covered bridge or whatever, and then you can go down to more of the industrial. If you walk down to the end, they have a lot of the old time. I don't even know what you call
A
it,
lot of
like
it's
the
like handmade.
blacksmith.
Yeah, like handmade stuff.
Which is pretty cool. You walk down there and see all that. We did go down and do that. We came back. We made the turn to go towards the covered bridge. And Gunner zeroed in on the holiday or the fall.
Yeah, the pumpkins.
Yes.
Yeah, they're just lawn decorations, but it's one of those vendors that has all the metal. And they make everything out of like a aluminum sheet metal, and then they bend it out or whatever and make. So there were jack-o'-lanterns and pumpkins and a lot of Halloween stuff, Christmas stuff.
They're preparing you for Christmas in September.
Of course they are.
Oh.
Oh, we
go ahead.
walked down. We went down the industrial side too and looked, and I think Mom found. Is that where she found the Sasquatch sign?
She did. She found she bought herself a Bigfoot metal piece. It's a 3D piece. It says "believe" on it, and she's working on her Sasquatch wall on the side of the house.
Saskatchewan.
So she's gonna, we'll be hanging that, I think, tomorrow. So she's pretty excited about it. We actually went back because she wanted to keep looking around, because I had a strong feeling you'd see a lot of Squatch stuff up there this year, and not as much as I thought we would see, but there was several pieces floating around there. But she actually went back to that vendor to pick that particular one up because she really liked it. So you cross the covered bridge, and then you basically get into just a shit ton of food vendors and stuff like that. Pretty much anything you can think of is in there. A lot of things blueberry associated, obviously, but we walk down through that, and you make the big loop around the actual park area where the playgrounds and stuff are at. And Gunner did not get his shake up because the booth that he always gets his shake up at was not there.
Or not set up yet. One of the two.
One of the two, yeah.
I also didn't get my blueberry ice cream that I really like because the Lions Club was closed.
That's
Yep.
a crying shame, dude.
I
That
love
blueberry
that
ice
blueberry
cream.
ice cream.
So good.
We got it from a vendor a couple down, and it just wasn't the same. It was more of that fake blueberry. I'm pretty sure that the Lions Club makes it with fresh blueberries, and when the seeds are still in it, it's real. And there were no seeds in it. It was just blueberry flavoring. Wasn't as good. It was okay. A little disappointed, but
Little. You should have seen the look on his face. Like,
we ate it. I mean, it was
yeah, yeah. He didn't not eat it. So, started to walk back around. They've got a couple tents set up there that have a lot of different stuff inside of them. There's a lot of I don't know what to say. You can get those like guarded by your dash hound signs, or they had some football stuff in there. But you've got to work your way past the guy selling the gutter guards and the old
Hot
boys
tubs
that are
and trying to shine your shoes. Dude, I'm wearing Adidas that are made out of mesh. How are you gonna shine my shoes?
Oh yeah, he's like, yo boy, bring those Adidas over here.
Like, I'm good. Thanks, man.
The one guy down at the other end, when he saw me, he's like, I was wearing a Chiefs shirt, and he's like, Chiefs, hell yeah, let's go, man. He goes, they gonna win the Super Bowl again this year, right? Come on over here and tell me about it while I shine your shoes. And I was like, bro, if they win the Super Bowl again this year, I'll come back and you can shine my shoes. Yeah.
Yes.
So you gotta kind of work past some of that stuff, but the tents are always cool. There's always a ton of stuff to look at in there, and a lot of homemade stuff, people making this stuff year round to be a part of that festival and working hard. But yeah, pretty cool. So as we were walking out, there is a information booth right there by the covered bridge. It's up the hill just a little bit. And we got to see our old friend Lois. She was working out back. So I ran back there and got a chance to talk to her. I haven't seen her in forever, but it was nice to see her.
Yes.
Super excited. So we sat and chatted with her before we had to move on. We didn't have a ton of time there. We had to get Chico back because he had to record an episode of Call Guys that night, and we were already pushing it back. He was already pushing it back so that we could hang out just a little bit longer. But we went back down, made the corner, and then went down the other food line, where at the very end is my favorite, where I always get. It is the sirloin tips with the onions and mushrooms and the
Mashed
potatoes, yeah, with the skin still in there. They're doing something a little bit different this year. They actually put it in a container that I can close and take with me, instead of just the old paper wrapper that would always melt, be soaked with grease.
Best thing they could have done. Best thing they could have done.
No, that takes away from the gimmick.
Oh man, let me
perfect.
tell you, I was happy to have it in that container.
You're supposed to be licking steak and potatoes off your fingers when you're done with that stuff.
In my pants and my shoes, and
they want you to strip down naked and go buy more.
Oh.
It says that on a sign in the back, I'm pretty sure.
If you strip down naked, you get a free refill.
No, it still costs $18.
Oh, there you go. So yeah, we got that. What you guys got? We got the assorted deep fried vegetables like we always do, the cauliflower, mushrooms stuff.
We got the same thing. Just I added the potato rounds and or the spiral spuds or whatever you call them.
Right on.
And then the onion rings.
Yeah.
And Sarah ended up with steak tips too, but
did she? She doesn't like the mushrooms, so Gunnar has to eat all the mushrooms off of the top of
it.
Fine.
That's fine. I'll eat them.
He doesn't mind. We did do this again this year. We did it last year, and we actually went and sat down at one of the picnic tables and ate and chatted for a while. And so yeah, after a bunch of steak tips and a big thing of deep fried vegetables and a shit ton of fucking donuts, man. I mean, I did bring some home, but it wasn't many. I tried to get my friend Tom to bring me back some last night when he went to the Blueberry Festival. He said by the time that they rounded to come back through, they were closed. So he goes, I was going to bring you some. And I'm like, damn, I need more of those blueberry donuts.
Surprised they don't run out, to be honest.
Oh, they just got a machine that just makes them.
Yeah,
It just spits them out. Yeah.
Long all day.
Luckily, when we were there, I walked right up, ordered, and walked away. There was no line. That's the beauty of going on Thursday night. You get the food you want and no lines.
No lines. The other thing you missed was the carnival. Of course, they have rides and games and all that stuff. And I'm just assuming they have bracelets you can get for the weekend and all that stuff. But I've never done it, so I don't know how the rides are or anything. But it always seems busy. So,
Sky, you ever do the rides with the kids? No?
Not at Blueberry.
Have you ever taken the kids to Blueberry with you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aspen went the first couple of years after he was born. Man, I remember one of those years it was so hot
Oh, yeah.
and I passed out in one of the walkways.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Right down by the ice cream place. Actually.
Yep.
You
A little
went
bit of-
down, down?
Oh,
You
I
went
went down.
down.
Yeah.
Really?
They get hit with some heat exhaustion. It was just so hot. So be mindful while you guys are out there, because on a
Water.
weekend like this, man, drink your water.
Well, and it's all asphalt. I mean, you're walking all on asphalt for a majority of it. So, it is hot. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you get the extra heat from that and the extra heat from all the bodies. Like I said, that's why we go on Thursday, because if you go look at the picture on their website, which is blueberryfestival.org, you can just see a picture of the covered bridge and all of the people walking through that covered bridge. And you just imagine that is what it's like through the entire thing. So it is extremely, extremely busy. There are a lot of people there. They say that they see over 1 million people walk through there in those 3 days. So just, once again, be mindful of that. If you're going to go, it is very, very, very busy. So, but it's worth it. In the grand scheme of it, there's a lot of things there to see. They also do a Labor Day parade. So on Monday morning, you can line the streets of Plymouth there and watch the parade.
Tyler's favorite.
No, he's shaking his head.
How many miles is that walk? Do you remember?
Ooh, man, it's I think it's 6 miles. I
Crazy.
think it might have been longer.
How many times you do it? 4, 5?
4 at
4 times?
least.
I done
At
it.
least.
I done it twice. I done it 2 times and stepped in horse shit one year, and the crowd went wild. Not gonna lie.
Oops.
Well, as I carried the bass drum, so I had like the middle bass drum. I was walking along, and I seen the guys over there, and they're all like, "Oh, oh, oh, oh!" And then as soon as I felt my foot step in it, I hear them go, "Hey!"
They're placing bets.
I don't know what they were doing, but I didn't get paid, and I had to scrape horse shit off my shoe for the next competition, because back then we had those stupid ass hard plastic white shoes. Those things were horrible.
No, we upgraded to black hard plastic shoes
Oh.
by the time I was there.
Well, it seems to me that even later they weren't doing full uniforms. They were doing their their collared shirts and shorts and khaki shorts, because the heat. Because if I remember right, one of the first years Jess did it, she went down with heat exhaustion at the very end.
Yep. They brought in an ambulance for her and everything.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a hot one, ladies and gentlemen.
It is long.
Yeah. Yeah, well, 6 miles is in marching conditions. Yeah, for sure.
While playing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Because you gotta make a show for the judges. They gotta not pick you guys as the best band. Thanks,
True.
Pete. Thanks, Pete.
Oh man, you going after Pete? What's up with that?
The dude made some good song selections though. One year we played Paralyzer by Finger 11.
I remember.
Yep.
Well, didn't one of your marching band performances was wrapped around Michael Jackson? Didn't you guys do Thriller? And
We did a horror show that had Thriller in it.
okay.
We did The Monkees one year.
See, that's fun. You get to play fun songs instead of some freaking classical piece that you gotta. Yeah, that's all I did was classical pieces. I was so bored.
I'll tell you, Bremen this year is doing westerns. If you guys listen to A Quart of Books and Booze, you can hear the music on one of these episodes.
There you go. You tune in to Quarter Books of Booze and listen to the background because the high school band is practicing. They
I think
keep
that
it
was
late.
Milk
It was
and
Milk
Cookies.
and Cookies. Yeah,
Yeah.
It was this last week's Milk and Cookies, I believe, right?
That was 2 weeks ago.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah.
Are they keeping late hours? Are they?
It varies. They'll hit it real hard before competitions, but this week they didn't practice too late, so
I would think they want to practice a little later in the evenings to kind of get the coolness of not the sun beating on them, but
it was pretty cool during the first part of the week.
right on. All right, well, that's all I've got for the festival. You guys got anything else you want to add in on that?
It's worth a visit if you get a chance on Labor Day weekend and you don't have other plans and you want to make your way to Plymouth and go. It's at was it Centennial Park?
Centennial
In
Park,
Plymouth.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it's fun. It's a long day of walking. You probably get through there in a couple hours if you really push, but yeah, it's always fun.
And there's a lot of things to see too. So I mean, don't push yourself too hard to get through it because enjoy it while you're there because there's a ton of things going on in there. Okay, so we have parked for years now down at the high school at Plymouth High School. It is $10 a car, but that money goes back into the school and they separate that up with who's out there. I know they have the kids out there as parking attendants, so it
Didn't they
might
know
be
that?
the drama club, might be the band, it might be the football team. I don't know, but all that money kind of gets split up between all. I doubt the football team was out there. They make enough on their own concessions and admission, but that money goes back into the school.
Broadcasting students.
Yep. So yeah, go park at the school, help out the kids up there in their clubs that they're doing, and it's not that far a walk. They give you tram tickets. You can jump on the tram and ride down to their set locations there, which makes it a lot less walk. So, and the tram tickets are free. They give them to you when you pay for parking. So something it's a little added benefit. So. And then you get to ride through the train. It's kind of cool, man. I love riding the train.
Mm-hmm.
Tram wasn't one when we were there, though. We had to walk it. So, yeah, we did do the steak tips. We did do all the fried foods. And I look like Sarah walking out of there. We looked like twinsies hobbling out like two penguins.
Oh, we did buy some dresses for the baby, too. So.
Oh, that's true. Yep. A sushi dress or something, didn't you?
Yeah, I got another sushi dress to match the one that Jess found her. And,
nice.
Oh, Skyler found her, sorry. and the what was it? Mickey Mouse Christmas dress. So
nice.
Yeah.
Like I said, there's something there for everyone. You will find something you want. I didn't see if Kirsting's Harley Davidson place was in there this year. I missed it.
We didn't go down that way. I mean, we didn't walk up that way.
Right.
Usually you can see all the leather and stuff, but
yeah. Like I said, we were just kind of walking through. We had a time frame we were working on out of, so we knew we couldn't stop and see absolutely everything. I think we missed one tent run too, if not two.
Yeah, we did.
So usually we try to hit all the tents. Tell the guys that already got gutter guards. It's all good.
We're good.
We're good, man. We're good. All right. Anything else, guys?
No?
All right. I guess I just have one question.
Got my plugs?
Chico, you got my socials?
Sure. Hello, listeners. It is I, Golden J. No, thanks for listening to Golden Image Podcast. You can find us wherever you get your podcasts: Spotify, Apple Podcasts. You can find us on all your favorite social medias: Facebook.com/Golden Image Podcast. Please and like and subscribe on YouTube. You can watch us on there. You can also rate and review us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. We'd love to hear from you. And if you have any recommendations for places that we should visit or things we should do or festivals or breweries, anything, zoos, Skyler wants to play some putt-putt or real golf. So if you have any recommendations for courses, send them our way. Golden Mojo ENT@gmail.com. And when you're done listening to us, you can go check out all the other podcasts, whether that be The Call Guys, A Court of Books and Booze, The United States of Paranormal, The Golden 80s Podcast, the Indiana Chiefs fans, or catch up on some old episodes of MurdNerds. You can find all those podcasts at goldenmojoent.com, where you can click all their links and go check them out. Check out all their social medias, send them emails, whatever you need to do. You can go check out the website.
Send us emails.
Merch stores on there also. So you can go buy some cool merch.
Yeah.
And that's it.
There you go. All right, guys.
I'm going to pre-record them for this too.
Thank you.
It's funny. I met Snake Plissken's wife for the first time a couple weekends ago.
Yeah.
And she was sitting on the couch and I was standing behind everybody and I'm talking to, I don't know if I was talking to Colton, and she turns and looks at me and goes, I thought your voice sounded familiar. Yep.
That's pretty cool.
Me, Michael Cera.
Oh, Michael Cera. Well, at least you're not Doc from Back to the Future.
Back to the Future. That's true. No, I don't know whose wedding that was. Somebody told me I sounded like Michael Cera.
Yeah, I remember that. I don't remember where you were at, but I
might
remember
have
you telling
been your
me.
wedding, Skyler. Actually,
Yeah, it was Faith. It was Faith.
That's right.
Oh,
Sad.
there you go. All right, guys. We'll be back in 2 weeks. Like I said, email us, goldenmojoent@gmail.com. You got a suggestion? I'm definitely up for hearing it. I have a laundry list of things to get to. We have been extremely busy the last few weeks. Got a couple of restaurants, a couple of breweries, a couple walk parks. I've got a bunch of stuff on the agenda. I know that these guys too have been out getting busy. So as we kind of winding down our summer here, looking forward to bringing you more episodes. But if you have a suggestion, I'd love to hear it. Also, real quick, before we get out of here, a shout out to Chuck Josie. I talked to him earlier last week as a Golden Image podcast suggestion. He took the boys and went down to Shades, did some hiking and stuff down there. Said it was really nice. Did Turkey Run. He also emphasized that going by the bridge, going up over the bridge, the trail was like a frat partying down through there, because the river and everybody just partying it up. But yeah, he's like, we had a great time. It's a really nice place. And he was happy for the suggestion. So shout out, Chuck.
Nice.
Thank you for listening to the Golden Image podcast and going out and doing things, because we went and did them and we liked them. So I think it's pretty awesome.
That's awesome.
All right. Anything else, guys?
No.
All right. See you guys in 2 weeks. Later.
Golden Image Radio is on the air.
Golden Image.
Oh, I finally got a grab this game.
Rock on.
Oh! Wow.
No.